It's Packer Day. Just hold on. I gotta make the camera a little. Can you guys even see it? Yeah, see. That's a little bit better. So maybe the stream starts for you guys, and then after this stream, we go to right to Fortnite. So everybody, bear with me. Packer Day. Here we go. Oh. What? Here it is. Why is the sound off?
In between the cities of Dallas and Fort Worth, it's Arlington, Texas. Host to the grand mecca of football, AT&T Stadium, the home of the Cowboys. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Green Bay Packers and the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime. On the Cowboys side, it's head coach Brian Schottenheimer. On the visiting sideline, you see head coach Matt LaFleur. His team coming off a shutout victory last time out. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen with you. The Pro Bowler Brandon Aubrey has a set. Off we go on Sunday Night Football.
You guys probably can't see that, but hold on. Where is the camera? Is it too big? Yep, we're gonna fix this.
Come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season
there you guys go.
As the Green Bay starter.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically. They got the win. He can continue to play that style of ball. It's going to be a tough group to match up with.
There we go. Put it right there. That's better.
Here's 2nd and 8. Here we ready? From the gun, it's Love. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. That'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
There we go.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. Here we go. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
Hey, ready. 10 black. Ready.
Back to the air, it's Love.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
That's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year.
And this is certainly what they've wanted to do all season long, and it's a huge reason, Mike, for this winning streak. Their ability to jump teams early and play with a lead. Everything is so much easier for the coach, for the offense, for the defense. Playing with a lead in the NFL is the ultimate position to be in.
Brandon McManus down to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Packers 7, Cowboys 0.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
That's good.
Short kick taken just inside the 20. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line.
That is loud. Can everybody hear that?
Cowboys come out and they're by Dak Prescott as they have been for a decade. Wow. It's his 10th season as a Cowboy, 3-time Pro Bowler who is now 32 years old.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Gonna run with it himself. Oh, the ball's out. The Packers have it. And he is gonna bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away?
Wow, this is crazy.
They force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
McManus on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Packers will extend their first quarter leads. It's now 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone. So they're going to blow it dead, and they'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line. Aaron Banks played his college ball at Notre Dame. Guilty there. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's down. That's complete to Devontae Turpin. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Javonte Williams. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like he might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
2nd down, Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's going to look for the home run ball. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And that one had too much behind it. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
Here, but go on, Chiefs. Or not Chiefs, Packers. Put that back. So keep going, Packers. It's not the Chiefs' day. I said it wrong. Maybe I did.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
I'm running out, so we gotta try to pass it.
That's going to be incomplete, and they'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love.
No.
It's picked up by one of his teammates. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Packers.
Whoa, play that clip.
On top. We're back to Arlington in a moment.
Here we go.
We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football, so they come to the line for 1st down and 10. As we are ready to get back underway. This one is caught by Reed. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 33.
A big gainer for Green Bay. 33 yards.
1st and 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Ready?
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Red cut.
Now Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Another catch from there. Numbers starting to stack up in this one. Closing in on 100 yards, and we're still in the 1st half. And he'll take this one in. Jordan Love. Touchdown.
Packers.
Green Bay.
Go Packers.
His 2nd touchdown tonight. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Now it's McManus for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Cowboys nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And now problems on the kickoff. This ball goes out of bounds and a flag comes in. A pair of 1st downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. Drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a 1st down.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive linemen, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit. So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. One of his teammates is there to pick it up.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, look him up on a 2nd down and 8. On the play fake, Dak. To the left side, he's got Ferguson. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds. And he stopped the clock as well.
That's good for a Cowboys first down.
There we go.
First and 10 at the 17-yard
Now a toss, left side, it's Williams. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
down at the 10-yard
Here's a
line.
2nd and 3
It's a
forthcoming.
gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Dak to throw. That's out wide to Williams. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. Now Prescott going to make the read and keep it himself. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. Back to the 5-yard line next. 2nd down and goal. And he's going to be dropped. They get to him back at the 15-yard line. Devontae Wyatt working his way in to earn his 2nd sack of this first half.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs.
I'll answer after.
So the last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now
Call me back. I had my mic real quick.
here's Prescott. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
Aubrey's pick is good. And the Cowboys are
They almost had it.
just before halftime.
They almost had it.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want
Hey,
to
hang up, or do you want to uncall, or do this?
It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Now Locke. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38.
33, yellow.
So halftime straight ahead. And we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the first official Sunday of fall, the final week before buys kick in. A full schedule of 16 games on tap. Let's roll. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of last year's Week 1 season kickoff game. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We'll look in on the Rams as they host the Indianapolis Colts.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And this is going to end up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball up to the 40-yard line. Dak will throw it here on first down. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Here we go. Now a second down throw for Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. He's going to air this one out. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field, and they'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. So we've seen from the start of the season the change in the kickoff rule, the ball coming out to the 35 instead of the 30. Greg, as you talk to folks around the league, there's been a little bit of a change philosophically in how to approach even when you kick a field goal in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think so much of the initial conversation is how does the kickoff team handle it? Do you pooch it? Do you kick it out the back of the end zone? And I think there's going to be a wide array of approach. But maybe the part that doesn't get talked about enough, Mike, is how the new kickoff rule actually changes how you play the game offensively. So think if you have the ball inside the 5-yard line, it's 4th and goal from the 3. In the old days, right, the days that we all remember where a touchback following a score, in this case a field goal try, you would kick the ball out of the back of the end zone, hopefully, and it would be a touchback, and you would lose 17 yards. Instead of on a failed 4th down from the 3, your opponent getting the ball at the 3-yard line, they would now get it 17 yards deeper at the 20, and you would get 3 points as a result. Now, all of a sudden, if you do settle for that field goal, the chances of my opponent now possessing the ball following the kickoff outside of the 30, I lose significant field position. So the idea is I'm going to go for more touchdowns inside the 5. I'm going to go for more 4th and goal situations because even if I fail, I would much rather defend my opponent when they're inside their own 5-yard line than outside of their own 30-yard line, because the difference in 3 points over the course is not worth the field position.
And the play callers in the NFL are a lot like the people who play the video games. Let's go for it on 4th down. We're seeing it more, and it adds to the excitement of the NFL in 2025.
Come on, set, go.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 17 more, and they are on a roll. Another first down.
17 yards.
First
down, Green Bay.
50, Green, cut.
Love. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Love. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And the Cowboys are going to come away with the football.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. Now, Prescott. Forced out left. He's going to run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
From the 29. Here's 2nd and 2. On the give, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah! Here we go!
Prescott. Right here down the field will fall incomplete. Jake Ferguson was the intended target. And that will lead to a 2nd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Here's Dak to throw. This one is caught by Turpin. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
Prescott now. And that is incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the 3rd quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packers offense and their receiver, Jaden Reed, getting set for their next drive. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
Ready!
To go play action with Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a 1st down. So, 3 quarters have come.
Quarter, everybody.
And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hut.
Jacob will get it to start the 4th quarter. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up
Here we go.
2nd
Set.
and 5.
Ready?
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
18 yards on the connection. Good for a Green Bay 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Josh Jacobs, touchdown Packers. He's got another one, his second touchdown of the evening. They extend the lead, and it looks like they're going to extend the terrific start to this season. Greg, they are just a few minutes away from a 4-0 beginning.
Even since adding that 17th game to the schedule, so many coaches across the league, Mike, they still refer to the season as quarters. So they talk about, all right, let's focus going into the year on winning quarter number one. I'll tell you what, at 4-0, it doesn't get much better, man.
Makes the score Packers 28, Cowboys 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken at the 17. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Yeah! From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And now it's 4th down. To throw is Dak. He's going to let this one go deep. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 71 yards. Touchdown, Dallas. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
His kick is good. Makes the score Packers 28, Cowboys 10.
So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the 4th quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. They're going to take over possession.
Here we go, Packers.
There's Matt LaFleur, head man in Green Bay as his Packers head back onto the field. And it's looking like 4-0 might be in the cards. Looking to finish off a perfect September as we're going to start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Finds an alley to the 35. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Packers.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down.
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down. Even with with 3 timeouts on the other side. They're going to be able to run this baby all the way down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Ready. Red. Hut.
On second down, Jacobs. Maybe a couple there. It's third down.
Quentin Williams on the stop. It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and
Let's go now.
Running is Jacobs. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
It's now 4th down and 1.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. That one is good.
Let's go, Packers.
And the Packers add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal.
You say?
In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Down to the final few seconds of
Everybody
this
can hear
one
that.
as the kick is away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing
Almost
zone.
time is almost out. 40 minutes.
They'll bring the ball out to start at the 40-yard line.
Time's almost out.
Yeah, here we go. Wide,
Here we go. One final play. Going for it all.
And time is out. Guys, that was quick. Let's call Sammy for this inning.
Expired in this fourth quarter. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4.
Hey, we are calling Sammy.
So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Arlington.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to Carbon YT. See you guys in the next stream. We're gonna go on Fortnite now. See you guys later.